Hello, welcome to BFU Podcast with Mo Love. I'm Mo Love, and today is a special episode. Not because you're here, well, actually, it is because you're here. No, today is going to be a special episode because today is just going to be just Mo. So today, the topic is we're talking about the adventures on aisle 5 at Walmart Odyssey. Mo Walmart. So today I'm going to dive deep into the wonderful, weird, and occasionally wild world of Walmart. So just to give you a little backstory, I hate going to stores. I hate dealing with people. And so I went to Walmart, and for some odd reason, security guard is packing heat. Like they got guns on the hip. Not just handcuffs, not walkie-talkies, not flashlights, but guns. So what are they doing at Walmart? The security, not police, security needs to be packing heat. But not just that, but everything is under lock and key. Nails, bacon, deodorant. Deodorant. So, I go into Walmart. I ran out of deodorant. I use a special kind of deodorant. Not special kind, but I use a certain brand of deodorant. Used this since third grade. Never ventured to anything else. What I use. Works wonders. Works great. Will always use it. So, I went to Walmart. And I was just looking around because I ain't been to Walmart in so long. So, I get to the deodorant aisle. And there's a long, clear thing over deodorant that has a lock and a key. And there's a little button that says, push for assistance. So I'm looking around, first off, like, okay, is there an associate nearby that can come and handle this without me having to press this button? So I'm venturing down the aisles and looking around, and nobody was there. Like, nobody works at Walmart. Nobody works there at Walmart. I mean, you self-checkout, and nobody's there to help you find the stuff. And if somebody's there to help you find it, they're going to pull up the Walmart app and say, oh, yeah, it's on this aisle. Or it should be on that aisle, according to the app. I could have did that. You check out your own groceries. You bag your own groceries. The only person that's always going to always be at their post is that person that's checking the receipts. They're always going to be there. Always going to be there and ready to look at your receipt and look and see if you stole anything. But nowadays, self-checkout, you used to save 15% by switching self-checkout. Not anymore. Not that I did this, but they have cameras and everything, and they'll replay if something didn't scan or didn't get scanned, and they'll replay it on the screen, and you can see it on the big TV, and everybody sees you stealing and self-checkout. It's a lot. It's a lot. Not to mention Walmart fashion, of course. You go as comfortable as possible. No reason to get dressed up like you're going to Target. A hoodie is just fine. You might not even need drawers. But mind you, let's keep going on. So, my main reason for going to Walmart was because I needed dog food and I needed deodorant. Needed deodorant. Like, my deodorant says it's so strong you can't even skip a day. I try not to skip a day, but I end up skipping a day. Because I didn't have time to go, because Walmart's not open 24 hours anymore. Blah, 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 blah. 2020, COVID, y'all know how it goes. So, the trip wasn't really planned, but it was planned because, again, I needed deodorant, needed dog food. So, get there, roll up to the deodorant. Again, like I said, looked around and I said, ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody here. So I looked and I was like, oh, I gotta press this button. So I pressed the button. Customer needs assistance in deodorant. So I'm standing there, looking around, People walking by. I'm like, hi, yeah, it's me. Then the security walks by and it's like, have you been helped? I'm like, no, not yet. I pressed the button. So then he gives him a walkie-talkie. Customer needs assistant in deodorant. So I'm like, okay. So now everybody that's in Walmart that's working that has a walkie-talkie has heard that there's somebody over in the deodorant aisle that wants some deodorant. So, like I said, I knew exactly where I was coming to get. Dog food, deodorant. Getting out of there. So my general mood was from getting in, getting out. Self checkout. I know how much it is. $20. We're out the door. Let's go. That was my mood. Mind you. Now at this point, I waited 3 minutes. I pressed the button once. Security came by and told the people over the walkie-talkie. He made a round around the store. He comes back and he's like, dang, they still ain't came here? I was like, no. And he's like, well, you gonna get anything else? I'm like, I came here for dog food and deodorant. This is my last stop. He's like, okay, well, I'm going to radio them again. I was like, oh, here we go again. Customer needs assistance and deodorant. So now more people walking by, looking at the deodorant aisle, and there I am just standing there all awkwardly like, yeah, it's me. I need help. I need deodorant. Trying not to be musty. It's all locked up. But then again, other people don't want to be musty either. Mind you, I was ready to buy deodorant. Nobody's still there. So then somebody went to the beauty counter, or the beauty, like where they have the makeup and shit. So the person goes over there, and like, hey, somebody needs help in deodorant. They've been calling. Person, well, that's not my department, so I don't know what to tell them. They go in, they're like, well, they don't know what to tell you because that's not their department. So I look over at the makeup section. I was like, ain't not a soul in the makeup department. Not a soul. In the words of Monica Beverly Hill, not a soul can clock. Not a soul in the makeup department. But that's not your department to help me. Okay. So I sat there. I pressed the button at this point. I was mad. So I pressed the button twice. And then you hear all the walkie-talkies. Customer needs assistance in deodorant. Then security had them announce it from customer service. Customer needs assistance in deodorant. At this point, there's somebody else standing on the other side. And I'm like, good luck. I've been waiting here for almost 10 minutes. Ain't nobody came by here. And so I stood there and I was like, this is all I wanted. This is all I wanted. So as I'm sitting there, I'm looking at all the things, all the people walking by. And, you know, like I said, people get dressed up to go to Target. People might get dressed up to go to H-E-B. Walmart, you be lucky if they got on matching shoes and drawers. So imagine when I saw walking by. And then for some reason, it seemed to be a lot of looking guys in the Walmart. I was like, okay, he's kind of cute. Kind of cute. Okay. Okay. But at this point, I'm like, not trying to get mad. Tell myself to calm down. Calm down. Don't get mad because what good is it going to do? They have the key to deodorant. And that's the only thing you came here to get. Deodorant and dog food. Dog food and deodorant. And you got the dog food, so you're just waiting to get the deodorant. So, a person that was still on the other side, he's like, well, I don't know why they got locked up. And I was like, I know why they got locked up. Because people come in here, they'll steal about 10 or 15 rolls of speed stick and then sell them on the street for $1. Because again, who wants to be musty? Not I. I don't want to be musty. And apparently whoever boosts deodorant don't want the people out there being musty either. So at this point, I see kids running with baskets up and down the aisle. And at this point, I was like, oh, school's still in session. and the kids are still running wild. So they're like running up and down the aisles with the basket. Mind you, when I was a child, I used to do the same thing. So I kind of look at the kids and like, can't really say anything bad because I was a fucking demon. I shouldn't say fucking. I was a demon when I was a child. I was a very bad child. So as I'm like watching these kids behave badly, one asking for a bike, reminds me of when I want to say I was like 7. Yeah, 7. And I went to Walmart with my mom. And at the time, this wasn't like a regular Walmart. This was before Walmart Supercenter. This was Hypermart. This was big Walmart, but it was Hypermart. And so we go inside and we're getting a couple of things. And I put some Starburst in the basket. My mom said, "No, we're not getting no Starburst." I said, "But I want them." And she said, "No, we're not getting them. Put them back." So I said, "No, I want them." I put them in the basket. My mom, a very patient woman, because then from there she grabbed the noodles that were in the basket and she whooped me with the noodles. Spaghetti noodles. She whooped me with them. Right there in the aisle. I learned my lesson. We go in this store, don't touch nothing, don't look at nothing, don't ask for nothing, don't want nothing. Because I sure got embarrassed that day. So, I mean, that's not a reason why I take my time or why I get in and get out of Walmart. But that's just a funny story that how happened. I got my butt whooped with Walmart spaghetti noodles. But fast forward about almost 30 years. Almost. So, I'm like reminiscing looking at these kids acting a fool and asking for stuff. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, it's not too far off from what we did. Because the only difference was people that are about my age, your parents were not afraid to put the belt to the butt at all. In public, in private, get snatched up. But we're not afraid. Parents these days, child, baby kids. If you didn't watch Baby Kids, go watch it. So as finally, I'm thinking somebody is coming towards me because I see a Walmart vest that says, "How may I help you?" Walking right towards me, I was like, finally, I can get my deodorant so I can get the hell out of this store. Person walks right past me, like, "Hey, I need help in deodorant." They're like, "Oh, that's not my department. I'm in gardening." There ain't nobody buying nothing in gardening. Half the people don't even know like there's a gardening section at Walmart. Well, they probably do, but still. So I'm still standing there. But at this point, it's about 15 minutes in. And now at this point, I'm getting angry because you can't lift it. And the other's right there. The one I wanted was right there, just looking at me like, "Grab me." But I couldn't because there was a force field hidden behind the lock and key that I could not reach. So I waited for about another minute. Then I looked up and I saw there was other kinds of deodorants. None the one that I wanted. But I said, luckily I am 6'2" and my arm can stretch high enough to where I can grab what I needed to do. So I grabbed me a set of deodorant, spray on deodorant. I said, this will have to do. So then we get to the checkout center or the registers. There's one register open, one express lane. Express lane is going all the way down the aisle, turned left, and went around the corner. No. The other lane that was open had the cigarettes. Line was just as long. No. So then I get down to where the self-checkout is. They have two registers open. Two. One, two. One, two. So two registers open with people working, and then two registers at self-checkout. Oh, this was the fool. the fool, if there was ever a fool to be had. So at this point, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stand in this line. So I stood in the self checkout line. Then, so remember I said how self checkout, you can't save 15% by switching self checkout. So the lady in front of me was trying to scan 2, get 3 free. So she was beep, 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 whoop, and then the thing, ding, 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 ding. Please remove all unscanned items from the bagging area. Please remove all. You know what I said. Please remove all unscanned items from the bagging area. An associate's on the way. So then that's when I thought out loud and I said, oh, an associate can come over here when somebody's trying to save 15% self checkout. Associate need or customer needs help in deodorant. Nobody is to be found. Nobody. So I watch as this person expeditiously walks over to the thing. And this one I saw. They showed the replay. So you see the lady, doop, doop, doop. And then it's like, oh no, this didn't scan. She's like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize it. And I'm like, bitch, you knew it didn't scan. You purposely, instead of duping, to move it around. So you purposely tried to save 15%, and the camera caught you. The camera caught you. And I guess they must have had some kind of empathy training in Walmart because me, I would be like, oh no, girl, I saw that. The camera saw that. You're going to jail. But no, she was like, oh, it's okay. Let me just doop. Okay, you can continue. And so she stayed there and watched her for about two scans, make sure that she was scanning right. Like, no, you walk away, but you keep an eye out on her. That's what you're supposed to do. Because this way she can do it again. So she's over there, doop, doop. And so she had said, okay, that's 2. You got the picture. Walked away. Here she goes. Doop, doop. Please remove all unbagged items from the bagging area. I'm like, girl, did you not see that the camera just replayed exactly what you did? So we're about to see you trying to steal again on the big screen. So then there's those same associate comes over and it's like, oh, this thing is be tricky. Sometimes it's like, no, girl, you tried to steal. These ain't the same machines. These are not the same machines that they had about 10, 15 years ago where you could get by without paying. These are some AI cash registers. Because baby, they showed the camera again. Doop, doop. Associate walks away. Doop. So I'm like, okay, is she gonna get one more chance? Or it's like 3 strikes, you're out, girl. Like, we get it. You're trying to steal. So then the associate at the same time, this time they stayed for about 4 items. So doop, 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 doop. They're walking away. Doop, doop, doop. And then she looks around. I was like, girl, don't try it. Scan the thing and pay the money and get out. I'm trying to leave. I've been here waiting for deodorant. So she's like, whoa, calm down. Like, no, I want to go home. So then she's scanning. She looks at me and I'm like, So then she finish and pay, and she leaves. My turn. Get up to the thing. Debit only. So I waited in line, and the thing was debit card only. So at this point, I'm about to scream because first I had to wait and did not get the deodorant I wanted. And then I waited in line. Out of the 4 lines they had open, cigarettes, self-checkout, well, no, the cigarette and self-checkout, and then there was someone else that was doing regular baskets, and then 2 self-checkouts. One was debit card only. And I had cash. I had cash. So I was mad. So then the associate comes up and is like, oh, well, you can come right here. I was like, I have cash. Got these 2 items. I have cash. So then I was escorted over to the front, paid for my items, and I left. Mind you, at this point, that's when I said, I'm not coming back to Walmart. Because Walmart, you pissed me off. All the waiting, short-staffed, self-checkout woes, child, I was over it. Highlight of it was getting out of the store. And all point necessary. It was time to go. And I was glad to have been gone. Because, child, it was ugh. So now I can say I'm not a part of the Walmart experience. I don't do the Walmart experience. I do the Amazon experience because I can get the ends wherever I need. If it's on Amazon, it's delivered directly to my house. So I don't have to go to Walmart no more. I can wear less than this to go shopping. But I can go shopping in my pajamas because I'm in bed, looking at what I probably need or what I probably don't need on Amazon. So thank you, Amazon, for unleashing me from the evil that is Walmart. So, I guess at this point I can say this whole thing was just about my trip to Walmart and why I hate Walmart and why I don't like going to Walmart. Except, like I said, sometimes there are cute boys there every now and then. But other than that, girl, I'll get it on Amazon. Because Amazon is short-staffed. Except, like I said, the person that is ready to work, the one person that does not call in are the greeters. The greeters and the receipt checkers. The people that do not call in. The people that will not take FFLA or FFL, whatever. They will not call in. They will not take sick leave. They will not go on vacation. Because they know they have to greet the people when they walk into Walmart. Say, hi, welcome to hell. And then the ones that check the receipts. May I see your receipt? Whereas the other employees, they in the back working on a mixtape. Coming soon to a Walmart near you. So at this point, now Walmart, we're no more. I guess, my bank is in Walmart, but I don't have to go into Walmart. I go just to the bank, and I haven't even been to that bank yet. But when I do go back, I want to go all the way into Walmart, and that's why Walmart, I have to say, bitch, fuck you. Because stressful. Stressful that is Walmart. But I'm pretty sure everybody has their own Walmart stories. And I would love to hear them. You can write them in, comment them below. Let me know how you feel about Walmart and the Walmart experience. Because at the end of my transaction, I put 1 star because you don't get the option to leave 0. You only can leave 1 to 4 or 5. I don't know, but they weren't getting nothing past 3 stars. The experience was absolute garbage, and that was the last time I've been to Walmart. Haven't been back since, and I enjoyed it. Well, we're at the end of the story because that's pretty much it with what happened at Walmart. What did I call it? The Adventures in Aisle 5, Customer Needs Assistant and Deodorant. So until next time, when we have our special guest, BFU. Bye.